too much time in the home office, it's starting to be uncomfortable? How about retrofitting your old desk so you can sit or stand? Let's go. So having to sit all day at work, I figure it would be nice to stand every once in a while, but I like my current desk setup. And like always, I don't want to spend a lot of money for a new desk. Well, I ordered this electric motor desk frame online, and I figure I can retrofit it with my current desk, with some small modifications, of course, or hopefully. It came in this box and has a manual and programmable settings. I was actually surprised how heavy this package was, or maybe I'm getting weaker. It was around 50 pounds, but it felt heavier. Here's my desk, and the center gray part with the monitors, I want control over. Here's underneath the desk. I have some arranging to do. Opening the box, some pretty simple directions, and the frame. I laid everything out to see what I'll be working with. The nice thing, the kit came with all the tools and screws. Not that any special tools are required, but if you don't have any tools, the ones in the kit will do the job. Time to put this together. All the screws are labeled nicely and match the directions, making things easy. I quickly screw on the legs. Adjustable feet, so if your surface isn't level. Now, there's a center bracket that's completely adjustable for a minimum and maximum size. Adjustable bracket goes on and tightened it down. This is a single motor desk. Some have two motors, but even this little motor can handle up to 150 pounds. That's a lot of weight. I have to install the motor rod to the motor and the other side, allowing for both sides of the table legs to adjust. I put the two sides in and the rod is adjustable. Once I tighten this nut, it will firm the rod up to the length. And for the sake of it, I'll use the tool that came with the kit. No cheating for me. Now these side pieces, which they'll allow me to secure the top of the table on the frame. I measure the height of the table because I want the center to match with the two sides when the table is down. The frame just makes it. Now I have to deal with the existing table. This piece comes off, and once off, the frame should slide right under for the replacement. One issue is the side tables only have one leg, so I need to compensate for that. I took the bottom piece off and slid the frame in, and my keyboard slide is in the way. I have a simple solution. Cut the metal bracket off the slide. With the keyboard slide off, I positioned the table, and it was a good fit. Screw the wood tabletop to the frame. Using an electric screwdriver, I guess it's cheating, but I'm not going to do this by hand. It's nice there's these little rubber washers. This will help eliminate any rattles while the table's moving. The tabletop is screwed down to the frame. Before we go any further, I connected the panel to the motor, and it's time to do a little test. Pressing the up arrow, you can see how fast and the kind of noise the table makes. The speed is pretty good, and it's not loud at all. I can change the settings while on the phone, and it won't disrupt the call. Here's the keyboard slider. Let's get a cutting. I know everyone likes to see the sparks fly. But you get the picture. pretty nice cut if I do say so myself. This is going to be hidden away under the table anyway. Putting the slider on, now it fits with the frame installed. Now I came across another unanticipated problem. If the keyboard slide isn't completely out, it will hit the table going up or coming down, and right when I thought things were going so smooth. My choice is I can start cutting the wood that holds the keyboard, but it turns out that I would have to cut so much I wouldn't have any room for the mouse pad. I'll deal with this later. Time to put the side tables on. For the right side, I used some old wood planks to brace the table and a small L bracket to minimize movement. I also took a leg from the center table. For the left side, I moved the center leg over to the left edge and used the center table's back instead of the planks. This will work out better because the back of the table is noticeable when you walk in the room. Back to the keyboard. I took the path of least resistance and just raised the chair. You might be thinking, that's another cheat, but I get a full slider for the keyboard and mouse. I programmed the button 1 for down, which stops right before it hits the table. And number 2 for the standing height. I'm 6'1", and the table reached the height I need with some room to spare. The frame was $200. I'll leave a link in the description. If I had a single table instead of the L-shaped, this would have been much easier. I hope this helps. If it did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope to be a lot more comfortable in the future.